What's up, guys? Welcome to our reaction video of EA Electronic Arts here on youtube.com/Improb Gaming. As always, I'm joined with Mr. Jeremy Bird, the biggest Zelda fan in the world, and Mr. Joe Rush.
What's up, guys?
We are back once again.
We are back. We covered Microsoft, and right now it is all about Electronic Arts. And
Rapid fire style. Let's do this.
here we go. They started very nicely with Mass Effect.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yep.
Loved it. Saw the trailer. Thought it was a good, solid start, and comes out holiday 2016.
So at least they're showing they have something coming down the pike.
Yep.
Everybody knew what was nice, what I liked about this press conference, which was different from Bethesda, which is still the best press conference yet, and Microsoft, is that it was keeping you up to date. Oh, you're going to see Mirror's Edge. This is when you're going to see Battlefront. This is when you're going to see this. And it's like, okay, this is when these games are coming out. And of course, they start with their actual game of Need for Speed. Do we need another Need for Speed, gentlemen? I ask you.
No.
We don't.
Nope. The graphics look good. The in-game thing they showed with the real people talking, it looked good, but other than that,
The trailer was very long.
Yeah.
It was
way too long.
It was 5 minutes too long, I think.
It does come out on November 3rd, though. So
Yep.
for those of you who are interested,
Keeping tallies on games coming out.
Frostbite engine, which they're using, the great engine, which has been used for Battlefield, Battlefront, all that. The only thing that, I don't know if this is in previous games, as you guys know, I'm not a big racing fan. As you create damage, you're getting fined in the little corner. Did anybody notice that?
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a cool little touch. I like that. But besides that, Need for Speed, it's the same old stuff. And especially with Forza 6 looking, and I'm not a big racing fan, but that looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm just like, you know what? That's going to be something good. I mean, then they move on to
Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Star Wars, the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Which is now the new expansion is going to be Knights of the Fallen Empire.
Yes, which is free for the subscribers, which I think is awesome because let me tell you something. It was a very nicely done trailer.
Very, very good trailer.
I think it was very nicely done. It's coming out October 27, 2015, so definitely if you have a subscription, definitely I recommend it. Even if it's terrible, the trailer looks amazing.
Free expansion, you can't beat it.
I mean, it's all free. Next, we're going to talk about something that I didn't think I would love as much. There's a new IP. It's called Unravel. It's a puzzle platformer. And I think it's going to be one of my favorite games of the show.
It looks like Little Big Planet to me.
It looks adorable.
It does look like Little Big Planet, but the guy was very passionate about it.
The guy was so excited.
Right there.
Yeah.
I mean, the level design, just how he uses his yarn,
Yeah.
right? To swing and it looked like a great little just fun game.
What's the little stuffed animal thing named? Yarny or something?
Yarny.
That's what it was, yeah.
And it shows me so much when the developer or the game or the creator shows passion, where he's like, I didn't think I was going to be here 2 years ago. I started this game when I was on vacation with my family. I'm like, you show the passion in his eyes. And I'm just like, this guy is passionate about this game. And I said, and in turn, seeing the game, the beautiful game it is, I was like, I'm definitely keeping an eye on Unravel.
I'll give it a shot. It looks good. So.
Moving on, because we have a lot of, because you know the big thing.
It ran longer than I thought it was. So.
But you know, everybody knows Battlefront is going to be what we're going to be talking about a bunch of. They said Plants vs. Zombie, Garden Warfare 2, which we knew from Microsoft.
That surprised me because I shelved it earlier today. I was like, throwaway game.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It looks like a lot of fun. The new classes of characters.
6 new classes.
6 new classes. You have 6 million people playing that game. I did not think it was that big of a game, but wow, did I get my foot put in my mouth.
And then it just got solo play, it's got local co-op play, plus it looks like they're learning everything. And then Spring 2016.
Yeah, Spring 2016, also you can transfer all the unlockables from the first game to the second.
Almost all of them.
Almost all of them? Okay.
Almost all of them. Watch the wording they do, guys.
Yes. Yeah. They give you free updates.
Yeah,
I missed that part, yeah.
The free updates throughout, even after the game launches, which shows fan service, I believe.
Yes, exactly. You want to keep your fans happy.
Then, of course, in every EA press conference, we have EA Sports Time.
Yeah, everybody's head turned when NHL came up, and then everything else showed up, and we were just like,
Yeah, they kind of just burned through it.
Oh, yeah.
FIFA.
Went straight through.
FIFA, but we'll get to that. They have the what is it? The
EASHL, EA Sports Hockey League, is coming back this year.
Nice.
They put it in as an update last year, but that's something that draws a lot of hockey fans to it. Other than that, they mostly talked about Ultimate Teams and all the games, soccer, basketball, football, and hockey.
Well, what is, for the hockey, what is the EASL? Or?
It's a league where you create your own player and you can play with your friends to make your own team instead of playing with real NHL players. So you feel like you're a real player.
So I mean,
and you play with your friends. And
basically, we can put a team together if we wanted to.
Yes,
which we will.
Which we are going to do.
Which we will.
I do like the slogan they have: "Play together, win together." I think that was a cool, very clever.
It's very true. Yeah, if we play like garbage, we'll get whooped. We play perfect together and we'll win.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have your PGA Tour. They said there's not going to be very big load times,
which is good for any game, of course. They had fantasy courses you could create, but that's been in that for a couple of years now, so not too much on PGA.
Then we get into NBA Live 16, and let me tell you something. How much are they going to push NBA Live? It's not going to compare to 2K, but you are the sports expert. So what do you think of NBA Live?
They're making steps. They're going forward. They're trying their hardest. Your point was the crowd. You know,
the way it's shot is you're up in the players' faces and you see every little detail. You look in the background and it's all pixelated. It just looks very crappy. My example was you play WWE 15 and you can see the people's faces in the front row. And this, I'm like, guys,
they're moving around and everything.
Yeah,
they're spending so much time trying to keep up with 2K that they're leaving out other details.
Yeah, that bugs the hell out of me.
I mean, it is coming out September 29th. Looks, you know, they have this facial scan again where you can scan into the face.
But
when
Game Face HD.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When I was seeing it, though, it just looks like you're a bobblehead. It looks like you're a bobblehead on there. It's just, I don't know. Then, what I was surprised about is they really touched on mobile games. I did not expect EA to go to more mobile games. It wasn't many. It was Star Wars, the Galaxy of Heroes.
Galaxy of Heroes looks good. I like that.
Yeah.
That game interests me. I'll check that one out, definitely.
Then, totally out of left field was
Minions.
Yeah, Minions Paradise, which there was no applause for. And I think it kind of upsetted the gentleman. Because he's like, it shows where you play as this new minion and you mess things up and the other minions are mad at you. And then at the end of it, it's like, and it's coming out this year. And everybody's like...
Well, the problem I had with the whole build-up of that was they had the whole full CG like trailer leading up to what happens, and then it's all of a sudden it goes right into the game footage, and I'm like, okay, full CG to a mobile game is not going to be a good transition. It's just they could have done it a lot better. Would have just like I would have faded in versus just like let's just turn the screen and let it are. I'm like...
Well, they're going to have their work cut out for them to make it up, get the fans to want to play the game.
Yep. And then comes to my biggest gripe of EA. I'm sorry, but they went on for how long with the friggin' FIFA 16 thing?
It was a while.
Oh,
I mean, I understand their point. They had the greatest soccer player possibly of all time.
Nothing against him, but...
Yeah, exactly. Nothing against him, but... You're pushing stories about soccer that have nothing to do with the gameplay.
Yeah. When you have a press conference, you're there to show the people who are into gaming all about the games, the feature and everything. Yes, you can have people come in, but you can't have it where you have a sit-down interview for 10 minutes about this, like, his career, which, respect to him. I mean, FIFA has a big following in Europe and America. It's a big selling game, and I understand that. But it's also where they should have been like, he introduces the game, he says a story, they get him out, they go into the game.
Instead you had him fumbling around for 20 minutes. I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like...
The only positive to it is the free, you get Pele free and Messi free for the Ultimate Team.
Yep.
So that's a good sell for anybody who likes playing Ultimate Team in soccer.
Yeah. And then we come to the final three, which was Mirror's Edge, Madden, and of course Battlefront.
Mirror's Edge Catalyst looks really good.
Yes.
I played the original, I loved it, and I've been waiting for the sequel ever since.
It's nice because it tells the origin stories of the main character, Faith, in the City of Glass. So it's going to be a cool little thing. It's finally got a release date.
February 23rd, 2016.
This guy said June originally.
Yeah, so...
I didn't say June.
Yeah, you did.
But it looks absolutely beautiful, They showed the gameplay, it's very very, very well done. Definitely check that out. Keep it on the radar. Mirror's Edge, Catalyst. Then we were afraid, especially Joe was, because he's a big Madden buff, and they weren't talking about Madden at all. they showed the Ultimate Team a little bit, but for the most part, they didn't talk about Madden until they finally did. And we leave it to the Madden experts. So what do you think?
Well, their new big thing is the draft champions. It's something it's a quick little thing. It's a co-op where I could play against Pete or anybody else one-on-one. It's a quick draft where you don't have to spend 20, 30 minutes drafting a team, and you just play against each other. Other than that, no real major changes besides the new 3-catch system, which is very nice.
That looks amazing.
Cool.
It does. It gives you a more realistic feel. So for real football fans, people who love the franchise, they'll enjoy that. It makes the game play a lot more manageable.
And even the trailer looked better than last year.
Oh yeah, last year's trailer was
happy
horrible.
trailer. Yeah.
So this year's a big improvement.
And it's nice because it had, the big catch from Beckham, and it was just very nicely done, and it brought it to a close. And everybody's like, come August 25th, here we come.
I just like you can play as a receiver for the first time, which is going to totally change that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly.
That's the nice thing with Madden. And you were saying earlier that
they no longer own the rights to the real players, so anybody can make a football game. So they had to come out with something big. So I think it's a good step.
I think they brought it.
You think 2K will come out with a football game?
Not this year, maybe down the line. But then again, the only 2K game that really hit is NBA.
Yeah.
They had 2K for other sports, wasn't as big, so I think they'll just stick to NBA.
All right, we move on to our final, which everybody was talking about at EA. That's what they wanted to see, Star Wars Battlefront.
Holy mother of God. Blown away. This game looks freaking amazing, just from everything.
It had to sell me. It definitely had to sell me
And it
this
sold
time.
me.
And it sold me. Just I would have liked to see something different than Hoth. Everybody's seen that.
You always got to do one stage that everybody's familiar with, and then you can always expand upon it.
Yeah, but DICE is making it Frostbite engine. It looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the detail they put in.
You have the single with the AI, the multiplayer, first and third person. I know you're not a big Star Wars fan, but what did you take from the trailer?
The multiplayer looks great, which is what a lot of people play nowadays. People want to play online, so that'll be a good sell. Single player, it is what it is. Yeah. You do your thing. You pretty much know what's going on. But the multiplayer looks like it's gonna be a great sell. So much you can do.
I just like the demo was also very good because you start with the Rebels, then you went with the.
You went from the Rebels, the Empire, to the AT-ST Walker, to the TIE Fighters, to the X-Wings, to the big AT-AT Walker.
Where you can control.
Oh, man. And the Snow Speeders, forgot about that.
Yeah, and then you can control.
Big. You don't have to just run around and shoot. You can do different things.
And then just in the trailer, the scene where there's the Rebels and the Empire are fighting, all of a sudden you just see the guy get hung up and he's grabbing his throat, and I'm just like, oh, great.
And then it pans and there's Vader.
Just standing right in the snow, like right in that scene in the movie where he gets right in there, and then I'm just like...
And then you play as Luke, and you see him going, deflecting lasers, doing all this thing, and then you just see that clash with Vader.
And then end trailer. Perfect.
November 17, 2015 is the release date for Battlefield.
October 17th.
No, November 17th.
Oh, okay, never mind, I was wrong.
November 17th is the trailer. Thank God they didn't put it with Fallout 4, which, like I said, it came out this year. I proved Nick wrong on the show.
And it's going to go head-to-head with Rise of the Tomb Raider.
But that's another. But it's perfect because you know what? If people are excited for Star Wars, they might pick up Fallout 4, but this also might make them hold off to pick up the Star Wars because after that trailer, it was absolutely fantastic.
Yep.
So what we've been doing, we've been rating the press conferences. So I'm going to give your thoughts on EA. What was EA's final score?
I'll give it a 4.5.
4.5 out of 5?
It was really good. It really
did. This guy, very lenient.
It did surprise me.
Very lenient.
It did surprise me because that Pele thing almost freaking killed it for me. Yeah. I'm like, all right, you redeemed it with like Madden, NHL, Mirror's Edge, and Star Wars. You just blew me away.
Star Wars definitely saved it. What was your thoughts on it?
I think it was about a 3. I mean, I'm a big sports guy, so.
You would have liked to see a little bit more.
I would have liked to see more sports. It's like they rushed through it and then tried to go back to it, and it
made no sense.
What they went back to it was with FIFA, and it just dragged on.
Yeah.
When it went to FIFA and then Mirror's Edge and then went back to Madden,
it was skipping
made no
around,
sense.
Stay with sports and then go.
That's what they did last year. If you remember, they went through each sport and then that closed off that chapter and they went on.
Yeah.
But so you say 3 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5. I would give it a 4 out of 5. I think it wasn't as good as especially what Microsoft pulled, and of course Bethesda and their just amazing press conference. I mean, definitely 4 out of 5 for me. So I think that finishes our EA coverage. We have a special return of the most fabulous ponytail in the business. He is coming. He will be here for the Ubisoft and Sony press conference.
Ubisoft and Sony is going to prove that Bethesda was worthless.
And I don't we're gonna see.
Big
We're
guns
gonna see.
here.
But as always, if you guys like what you see here and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button here on youtube.com/Improv Gaming. And as always,
Game on.